Georgia fans are going to love these future Bulldogs. Now, they may not like where these future Bulldogs are ranked right now, but I'm telling you, I just went and saw 2 Georgia commitments in the 2026 class, and I'm telling you right now, those guys are better than their current ranking, and the future of Georgia football is in bright hands. Now, if you don't follow high school football, this is spring practice season, right? It's recruiting season for the Georgia coaches. They're out across the country checking in on top targets, offering new players, checking on current commitments. And of course, you can read all of that over on Dawg Post. I had a story earlier, I guess a couple days ago, kind of detailing where the staff has been, who they're checking on. So make sure you're checking out that story. And I was able to get on the road today myself. I went to Cartersville. That was the first stop. Stop number 1 to see Brady Marquezy. He's Italian. I know he can play soccer, but he can play football too. Brady Marquezy. He is a pass-catching machine. Had 60-plus catches, over 1,000 yards, double-digit touchdowns for Cartersville. 6'1", 190. The kid can absolutely fly. His recruitment took off in January. That's when Georgia offered, and he committed to Georgia soon after. There's going to be a big-time story over on Dawg Post, but this kid does the right things, says the right things, works hard. He's driven. He's got a good head on his shoulders. Loves the way Coach Coley is emphasizing the use of the wide receivers, but this kid can play. The Cartersville staff is raving about him. He's turning into a leader at Cartersville, but he can fly. I mean, he's a 10.8, I think 10.9 guy in the 100-meter. If you turn on the film, he's running away from guys. His whole thing is to work on his route tree, develop the route running, get open consistently down the field, but he's faster than just about everyone that's lined up against him, and he's 190 pounds, all muscle. I shook his hand and was impressed. I mean, the dude doesn't miss any time in the weight room. He's breaking tackles after the catch, but he's still working on the footwork, still working on the fundamentals and the technique to be a complete wide receiver. But Georgia liked him. They took his commitment. He said they were thrilled when he was able to make his commitment to the staff during a visit earlier this year. I believe he said it was in March, but I've got to break down the audio from what we did. I spoke with him for like 10 to 12 minutes, and of course that story will be over on Dawg Post, but he's not ranked super high right now. I don't even know where he's ranked. It doesn't even matter. I know he's a 3-star, but he was a big play machine for a Cartersville program that was fantastic, always is, and I expect him to put up massive numbers as a senior this upcoming fall. Now, he said there's still schools recruiting him, but he's all in on Georgia. I asked him off the record about NIL, and he just laughed. He said, I'm not getting that Jared Curtis money, but it's fun. It's an exciting time to be a big-time prospect right now, but he's all about the development. He loves Georgia, and I think Georgia fans are going to like him a lot. So if you live in that Bartow County, Cartersville, Kennesaw, Ackworth area, make sure you go check him out this fall because he's going to make a lot of plays. Another Cartersville guy to keep an eye on is Colt Crawford in the 27 class. He's a linebacker. He's a tight end. He's one of the best baseball players in the state of Georgia. A guy I've been hearing about since middle school. 6'3", 225. This kid is mature beyond his years. He's going to make it. He's going to make it. I don't think he's going to go the MLB route. I think he could play in the NFL, but Todd Hartley wants him at tight end. Glenn Schumann wants him at linebacker. He's going to be at a Georgia camp, I believe, early this summer to work out at linebacker. I think that's probably where he'll end up during his college career. But he's got all the offers: Florida, Alabama, I believe Ohio State. Like, he's got them all. He gets them all the time. He's a big-time prospect. I think he's a top 15 player in the state of Georgia for the 2027 class, and that's according to me. I don't know what the other outlets have him as, but he is a big-time player. He's originally from Houston County, middle of Georgia. I believe he comes from a Georgia family, so the Georgia offer was a big one, and he's a guy in the 27 class to keep a close eye on. I know that's way down the road. Most of y'all don't care about the 27 class, but it's recruiting season. I'm going to talk about him. And if you watch these videos, you're going to learn more about recruiting top Georgia targets, and you can tell your friends, your family, everyone else about Georgia's top targets in the 26 and 27 class. So my first stop was at Cartersville. Then I went down to North Cobb. North Cobb's got some dudes, okay? Offensive lineman Brandon Anderson is one to know. He's got his official visit to Georgia lined up the weekend of May 30th. 6'5", about 330, former Tennessee commitment. I still think Tennessee's probably in the best shape. But he told me that, hey, Georgia's coming on more and more. He likes Stacy Searles. He was at a Georgia spring practice, one of the first ones, and he said it was one where it wasn't great, and I think that was probably the one where Kirby Smart spoke with the media saying, we've got to do a lot better. The guys, they were out of shape, this and that. He was very unhappy after one of those first scrimmages, and Brandon Anderson, he said, yeah, it wasn't their best out there, but he likes the way Stacy Searles was coaching the team. I still think Tennessee's probably the team to beat. I think North Carolina is in the mix as well. He says he talks to Missouri all the time. He's one of the top offensive linemen in the state of Georgia, plays left tackle for a powerful North Cobb program. He'll play inside at the next level, but he's got that official visit to Georgia May 30th. We'll see if Georgia pushes hard for a commitment and things start to change there. But Teddy Gerard is a guy to keep an eye on. He's a quarterback, 2027 class. I know that, again, I know he's young. I think he's got a chance to be one of the best quarterbacks in the country for that 27 class. Just speaking with him, speaking to the staff there, they are so high on him. The whole time I kept thinking that he's about to be a senior, and he's in the 26 class. He's got 2 more years of high school. Was at North Cobb Christian, just lit it up, bunch of numbers. He is going to have a monster year at North Cobb. I think he's, okay, I'm not going to say who he's better than. I almost did, but I'm going to, probably shouldn't say that publicly on YouTube. I'm going to save that for the readers over on Dawg Post. But Georgia has offered quarterbacks in the 27 class that I don't think are as good as Teddy Gerard. Mike Bobo knows who he is, and I think Georgia will probably offer him at some point. Probably need to do it sooner than later. The kid can absolutely sling it. He's going to have a monster season. Penn State watched him throw the ball yesterday. That's what one of the staff members at North Cobb said, and they said this is an NFL quarterback, right? They offered him. North Carolina recently offered him, Virginia Tech. So a lot of those kind of ACC Big Ten schools, Arkansas offered him recently, so he's got some SEC caliber talent and offers, but I think he is a really good quarterback. Moving on, running back, Zachariah Bellew. I think he's going to be a 5-star running back. He is a freshman at North Cobb, ran wild last year, over 1,000 yards. He's 200-plus pounds. Dude is legit. He is legit. Georgia was his first offer. They already offered the kid. He is a freshman at North Cobb, and Georgia was his first offer. That was a big, big deal to him. He'll be back in Athens with his team for a 7-on-7. He was there for G-Day. He was there for the UMass game last fall. So long way to go, but he's already one of the best running backs in the state of Georgia, in my opinion. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He works hard. He's driven. He can make defenders miss. He can also run through them. They're working on his breakaway speed. Tough to have super elite top end breakaway speed when you're 217 pounds though. But this kid, I do think could be one of the best running backs in the country for that 28 class. Georgia's offered. He grew up an Alabama fan. Alabama has not offered. More on that over on Dawg Post. He's not super thrilled that he went to camp at Alabama and left without an offer. More on that down the road. They're going to offer him at some point. I don't know why they didn't. Georgia already did. Definitely a guy to keep an eye on. He's elite, and I think he'll push for 5-star status. Then it went down to Sprayberry. They've got Keelan Jones, 3-star defensive back. He certainly doesn't look like it from a physical standpoint. The kid can play. The staff at Sprayberry was raving about him. He got the Georgia offer in January and committed again shortly after. It was earlier, probably later in the spring. But 6'1", close to 6'1", 185, 190. Looks the part. He's got big hands. He's versatile. They said they plan on playing him at safety, nickel, star. So probably multiple positions in the secondary. Not necessarily cornerback, but he's a sure tackler. He makes plays in coverage. He's got a good frame. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's a Georgia legacy. Probably most important, he's definitely got the physical traits. This kid loves Georgia, right? His mom went to Georgia. He grew up watching Georgia. This guy loves the Dogs and completely jumped at the opportunity to play for Georgia when he was given an offer and given a committable offer at that. Some of these offers are, hey, we like you. You're on our radar. You've got an offer, but you can't commit until this guy, and this guy go elsewhere. Then we'll let you commit. They gave him a committable offer, just like Brady Marquezy. And Keelan Jones is a player. He is a baller. He's going to have a really big year at Sprayberry. Probably play some on offense too, but the coach was raving about him over there. He is a leader. He's a kind of a quiet assassin, but he competes. He loves to practice. He's getting better and better. He's not talking over guys. He is listening more than he is talking. He's that quiet leader who I think is going to be more vocal for his Sprayberry team. But Georgia liked him. He had a really, really good junior season. His recruitment kind of took off. Georgia offered. He committed soon after that. Kid loves Georgia. And just speaking with him and being around him for 20, 30 minutes, I believe the kid could be a really, really good player. Not only play at Georgia, but make an impact. So, again, I saw 2 Georgia commitments today. I'm going to have big updates on both of those guys over on Dawg Post. I saw a quarterback that I think is going to be one of the best in the South for the 2027 class. Georgia has not offered. I think they probably should. I saw a 5-star running back, in my opinion, that already has a Georgia offer. It could be one of the best in the country in the 28 class. And a 26 offensive lineman who's still looking hard at Georgia. I don't think Georgia leads, but he's a big old in-state offensive lineman that Stacy Searles is still in communication with, who will take an official visit to Georgia later this month. So just some notes on some guys that I saw on the road. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Brady Marquezy, definitely got to keep an eye on. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed my Italian accent. Kid can play. I know that. The kid can play. 2 Georgia commitments that I really like, and I think you will too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you over on the website.